Your happily ever after is here. You successfully evaded or escaped this toxic karmic lesson that was coming up for you by over planning or over preparing, and you did this almost on accident. You got like super grounded. So and this was not the message that I planned to come on here and say at all, but when I was preparing to do the original message, something told me like, go and get all the elements. Like, I wanted to have fire on my table, I wanted to have earth on my table, I wanted to have water, I wanted to have air on my table. So I have something representing all the elements here, and I started with fire. And the next thing that I went to get was earth, and I have like rocks. And so I went to just pick out a random rock. And this is the rock that I grabbed. Well, I just like, shook my container out, and this is the rock that came out. And along with this rock, something else fell out, which was this. This stayed in my hand. This fell out onto the floor, and when I went to pick it up, I didn't have any lights on in my house yet, so I was just in the dark, just picking stuff up. But when I went to pick it up, I picked up this instead. This was on the floor, just randomly. This was just on the floor, a seashell. And then I picked up the rock. I was like, oh my god, a seashell. So you randomly stumbled upon the emotional understanding of this situation by being grounded. You really went in and tried to say, okay, let me understand this. And you like over prepared. So like this here, like an acorn, like a squirrel, right? Like you over prepared. Like, you know how when they like, oh, gotta get the nuts. Like you over prepared to prepare for those seasons when things could get harsh. And because of your over preparation, and that's what you kept in mind, right? You kept in mind, that led you like this this grounding feeling led you to a deep emotional understanding of this lesson, where you literally evaded the need to physically go through this. And if you know anything about like healing traumas, where you have like micro the word when you like micro exposure, like it's like a micro exposure to something where you experience little bit by little bit by little bit. So if I'm afraid to leave my house, if I have a fear of leaving my home, I would first just try and open the blinds and do that without being afraid. Then I might look out my peephole. Then I might open the door, crack the door for a little while. Then I might actually go check my mailbox, like doing little small tidbits of exposure so that I could work my way up to healing this trauma. Whatever it was, you micro exposed yourself, or you think you micro exposed yourself, but you did it in such a way where you fully embodied the lesson and healed from it. So it's like, imagine being afraid to leave the house, and so you do like exercises where you play, I don't know, like a VR game every single day, where you just pretend to walk down the street, and then one day you just wake up and literally just walk down the street and you're waving at everybody. You're like, hey, how you doing? Like you didn't know how much you have literally propelled yourself into a completely new timeline. You literally shattered reality just by what you thought was micro. And so, congratulations. Your happily ever after is here. And I've been watching so many movies about, oh, this is what happens after, like, for whatever reason, I keep seeing them. This is what happens after happily ever after. And it's like, yeah, it's not perfect, but you don't have to deal with, like, gaslighters, manipulators, liars, people who want to siphon your energy and, like, destroy you or keep you locked up in a dungeon for years and years and years. Like, it's not weird, people. It's just like, oh, I have to learn how to integrate into society. I have to learn to maintain my individuality, and we're gonna show these New Yorkers what cheering is all about. If you know that, if you know that song "Refill" by I think her name is Elle Varner, but it's like that energy of like, we're gonna, you know, have fun, and we're gonna just explore and be ourselves. And maybe it's hard at first because it's like you're around a new crowd of people and these people are eccentric, but then it's like you teach those people like, ooh, we're gonna, this is fun, I like you, like you bring that eccentric vibe. And it's like that's what mostly I've been saying when it comes to like oh, this is what happens after happily ever after, where they have to kind of just allow themselves to integrate without fear into society, wholly. So that might be the next chapter for you, where it's like, okay, this is fun. And so, yeah, congratulations, you did it. Like, it's amazing. It's surprising. And so, yay! Bye.